Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to Oxygen Not Included here on our experimentation colony. All right, what are we going to do in this episode? Well, we have two plans. One, we need to consolidate our power into one location and get rid of all these because they're in the middle of my base for the hydrogen. So what we're going to do is we're going to build one of these rooms right here, to store hydrogen, especially since we have two vents. There's another one down at the bottom of the map that we'll eventually get to. And we have this. We can just pour it all into this, and then we can distribute it to power, as well as distribute it to here, and potentially distribute it to, let's say, a pinch pepper farm or something if we ever want to, or a Dreco farm, right? We have those options. So we're going to store it up. The second thing we're going to do is focus a little bit on food, and so we're going to focus on bristle blossoms. We're going to take this out, and we're going to put in multiple bristle blossom farms going up. All it requires is water. This map has like 7 different, actually more than that. I think there's close to a dozen steam vents, saltwater geysers, cool slush geysers, polluted water geysers. Yeah, this map has water deluxe, so we're gonna pump water, and we have 3 cool slush geysers that we're gonna build into here for cooling. Not that the base is hot. It's not really hot. It's a decent temperature, but you know, these plants are picky, and you can see we've had to cool them down several times. So we're gonna go ahead and accomplish that. And hopefully you can't hear the kitty. One of my female cats is going through her, cycle, and so she's crying out for a mate. But there are no mates here because all the boys have been snipped. Anyways, so that is our goal. So we're going to put in some multiple bristle blossom farms going up here. We'll take this out and just square off the base and have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bristle farms. We'll automate them, get them all set up, and we'll use that for food. Eventually we may feed the hatches with them to produce better coal, because that would be a good thing. And then on top of that, we're going to put in hydrogen storage over here for our 2 vents plus our spam, and then take the hydrogen out of it to be used where we need it. Those are our goals for this episode. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that. Obviously, we'll need to build this out and get it set up. We're just going to basically duplicate what we did right here. Pretty simple, right? Boom. There's the room. We'll put a door on it. And then all we have to do is put in our goodies. So we would want like a vent. You have to remember the hydrogen's hot, but we are cooling it, so that's not a problem. This is going to come down over here, so we'll just hook it straight in, and probably, let me see. Well, whoops, we can reverse this line. Not right now, but we'll be able to reverse this line here. We'll be able to just boop, and it'll go straight up and in. And then we can reverse this line. Well, no, we'll still need a line to go up to that other farm. Maybe we'll just go straight across here, right? We'll just kind of build it across here where we can reach. Like that as an input. That'll work. Definitely. So it'll go up and okay, cool. So we'll do that. And then of course inside we will put in, we don't need to do steel ones. We can use gold because the temperature should be fairly cool. What is the temperature of this? Well, yeah, it'll be okay. So we can use gold in here. Not worried about the pressure sensor and stuff like I've built before. We don't need that type of stuff. And then we're going to take it out. So we'll come over here and we'll just go down, and then we're going to decide a little power area to put it into. We'll need power for it. So we'll get that set up. We'll use a little bit of our metal cobalt here. There we go. Ta-da. And we're gonna need to put in a bucket of crude, which is not a problem. We've got a bucket somewhere, right? Maybe. Yeah, we've got buckets over here. How much is in this one? Grams, 807, 3,900. All right, we'll take the 3 and stick it right there in the middle. Move here. There we go. All right, cool. Well, we'll be back in just a bit with our progress, so we'll see you in just a bit. All right, welcome back. So we've got our room built out here, and it is already vacuumed. We went ahead and just plopped the gas out here, then sealed the room so we could turn that off. So now we're ready to start filling it, but we do need to put in the exit so that it continues into this. Now this isn't needed right now. We don't have to do it. We just need to connect this. So the first thing that we're going to do is just go right here and boom. And then we're going to go ahead and chop that. And that way we start filling it so that we're good. Now this won't be able to go anywhere. It's just going to hit this and stop. But that's fine. Excuse me. Now the next thing that we can do is reverse our flow and stuff. So we're going to deconstruct those. Then we're going to need to deconstruct these pipes as well, excuse me, as put in. We'll keep this right here. Cancel. I'm not going to deconstruct that. We're just going to deconstruct this. That's right. That's right. All right. So what we'll do is we'll go like this, this, and this, and we'll just cancel that. And for now, I'm just going to disconnect that so it don't run, right? We don't need to reverse these pipes. But what we do need to do is come over here and connect this like that. That like that. We can deconstruct this one and this one. And then we're going to be able to do that. Alright, so we have a little bit we can empty out in there. And then we'll be good to go. And then we're also going to come up here and we're going to go ahead. The cats, yeah. I know you probably can't hear it, which is probably good. Maybe you can. I don't know. I'll find out when I check the recording. She's just wandering around the apartment. Meow, meow, give me attention. Where's the boys? Good thing humans aren't like that, right? Can you imagine? I'd feel sorry for women if that was what they had to go through. It's bad enough what they have to go through on a monthly basis. But yowling would be worse for everybody. Anyways, so this is good. This is set up. We're going to start storing it in here. So that's excellent. We will hook up this and get it going so it comes into this. But right now we have extra here to keep that going for quite a while. And we just need to use this this here up so we can deconstruct these. So you can see we've started on our farm. We're putting in the side here. We'll have to collect all this hydrogen, which we will eventually. We've already started putting in our water to where it will go to all of these farms, and we've started the cooling system as well. We need to get some more igneous rock to finish some of that. I mean, this part's made out of granite. We're not going to use radiant pipe. We're just going to use granite to just keep the temperature neutral. So we've got that. And then at the same time, we've started taking our first cool slush geyser down here. and getting it set up. So you can see that we're working on getting this all taken care of. In fact, we can go ahead and do that. As soon as the bottom is filled out, we can set this and we'll analyze it and we'll get it all going. And then we're starting on the pipe up. We also need to bring power down to it. So we'll do that as well. Inside, we'll use this because it's cold. Outside, unfortunately, we're going to have to use some of our cobalt and bring that in. Now, we do have a power line that's right here. So we don't have to go too far. And in fact, eventually we're going to need that power to run down over here. So what I'm thinking is instead of using, you know, my limited resources on metal, we can use this and come over here and then we'll just cut across like that, and then we'll just grab one of these excuse me, stick it here, and that way we can just do that, and then we can switch it over. Since this will be cool, we'll just come down through the middle. We can't go straight down. There's neutronium here. We have to poke around it. There we go. So that takes care of that. What do we got? Oh, okay. There we go. So these guys will get all of this taken care of. We'll put automation. We've got the automation in here. I've noticed because I've only got this 2 blocks on all of these, you know, like this one here. We had it here originally. We had to move it. Since we want this to be cool, I'm going to put it up here and force it to only pull out over here. Now this is going to pick up a little bit that's flowing and turn it on, and that's okay. So what we need to do though is we need to get this pipe up the rest of the way, right? And then decide where else we need cooling. So we have this line here. So I think that's probably where we'll take it. So I'm gonna do 2 things. One, we're gonna go ahead and do this. So that we have a way across. As soon as that is built, then we'll put the water line in. So we're going to work on this, get it all fixed, and then we'll be back to close out the episode with our progress and kind of show where we're at. See you in a bit. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. So, I don't know how many cycles it's been. I actually haven't been counting, but it seems like at least a dozen. I don't know. We are complete. Well, sort of. We have a whole green column here. So we added another hatch farm. It's already full. We turned on all the automation to pull eggs out, except for this last one, which we're building. Right now, they're just being dropped right here. But then we got our farm. So this is the original farm. This was the meal lice farm, converted. This one we are working on. As you can see, we're still emptying these. We've emptied 2. So we're just working on the rest of it, using up the power. What are these to do that I missed? Then, of course, you can see that we built these 2 top ones. We've also got our wonderful little puzzle cube ceiling lights. We've already got water going to all of it, and we also have our cooling line. Right now, it's sitting because we're letting it absorb a bunch of heat, and then I'll turn it on. We'll manage it by hand for a little bit, just so that we can, since it's granite piping, we can just sit here and absorb some of the heat. We also threw in, as you can see, some ice through temp shift plates to go ahead and just get the total temperature down. most of the temperatures right here because of the hot hydrogen gas. So once we get rid of these, problem solved. Obviously, we got a lot of heat over here, but this is going to be going away. We're going to be changing this. But that'll take care of our food, absolutely. So we'll start getting rid of this. We did take out some of it because we're going to start building the kitchen. We still have the lines to put in for the automation that'll pick up both the seeds and the bristle blossoms. And then we'll separate it here, bristle blossoms to the kitchen, and we'll bring the seeds down and drop them here for now. I'm not ready to do something with the fish. I'm not going to just plop them in here. We'll do something. We've got so many fish. They're all natural right now. Obviously, we need to start mopping up some of this where there's previous heat. This one's still absorbing heat, but we want to slowly get these mopped up, and then build out the automation. We will need to expand our cooling pipe. Right now it's fine, but it's dormant. But it only produces, as you can see here, 4,213 grams a second for about half the period of its eruption period, compared to like our other, this one's a neutral 30 degrees, where it's pointing 2.9 kilograms per second and 266 out of 537, so it's active 75% of the time almost. So we are going to go ahead and bring in the next one, which is here, which will support. So we'll build this one out next. We've already started working on it. And then we've got the other one right here. Between the three, we'll be able to manage the entire base cooling system. So that'll be great. And then we're expanding our oxygen pipes. As you can see, they're building these out. I missed a pipe. Just so that we can put flow up top. So we'll get that taken care of. And we've got to start kind of cleaning up. But within a couple cycles, we'll have massive amounts of bristleberries, which also means it's time to start looking at our gas range and building out the rest of our kitchen. I think I want this about right there. And then, of course, we need to distribute our power. We did start, you can see the lines. We've got lead lines. We need to bring them all across. We're going to put a spike over here next to this, and then put in transformers so that we can separate power. I mean, it's not an issue right now, but we'll do that. And then a really cool thing for future design, I didn't know, but the cuddle pip cuddles the hatches if there's an egg in here. See, it says cuddled. That's not because a dupe's doing it. It's because the cuddle pip is cuddling the incubators. So that was really cool to see. So anyways, we'll work on this and how we want to do it later and all of that, but for now everything's good. So we've accomplished our goals. We've got our tank here. Look at this. We've already got 225 kilograms. This up here is still fine. You know, I mean, uh-oh, it broke somehow. Oh, because there was some bad gas in the mix. That's right, I remember. What is this made out of? Iron? Not a problem. We'll get that fixed. This here, we might have to move this. I mean, yeah, we've got this here, and it's at 2 degrees, and then it's picking up to 8 to 9 degrees. I mean, it is cooling, but we're still at 7. We got to get it below 5 degrees in here for the sleet wheat to grow. It'll eventually get there, but it's taking a while. And then our lettuce, it's doing fine over here. So we can expand that, but I do want to look at, I mean, we've got plenty of bleach stone we can pick up, but eventually we're going to have to find a gold volcano and then set up a bleach stone maker. This, we don't have gold here. We have copper, aluminum, iron on this map, and cobalt volcanoes. So that'll be one of the next steps, I think, maybe next episode, is to get one of those volcanoes going. simply because then we won't have to pound out, minerals and stuff. It took longer to build all of this because we had to go get all of the igneous rock from clear over here and clear down here to build all the piping and everything, but we did it. We accomplished it. So we'll empty these tanks out and then get the rest of this farm going. But otherwise, we're good to go, and we can move on with cleaning up and expanding the next elements of the base. So thank you for joining, everybody, and we'll see you in the next episode. Take care.